Now, fresh 5-point rescue plan has been devised. This is what has been informed in a press briefing today. In fact, the focus is on horizontal drilling that will create a shaft, according to National Disaster Management Authority. No time frame so far has been given for the rescue work. A tunnel boring machine is being used from the front, and the agencies are also trying to use blast method to expand the mouth of the tunnel to insert micro boring machine inside. Now, underscoring in fact, the focus right now is on saving the 41 lives. This is also the first time when a video of those who are trapped inside this tunnel for the last 10 days has also come out. The delay, the National Disaster Authority has said, will not pose any danger to the men, those who have been trapped in this tunnel following the landslide on November 12th. Now, let's in fact also bring you some reactions and the video of those survivors which was filmed today.
Medicines, essential medicines, ऐसे closed environment में आमतौर पर विटामिन डी, विटामिन सी की खास जरूरत होती है. Efforts have been made to push in these items into that space, into the space where these 41 workers are at the moment existing. Before coming to the final efforts, a few families of the trapped workers have been transported there. Some of the states to which these families belong, contact with all these states, the state administrations has been going on, and most of the states have already sent representatives there. Focused effort है वो horizontal drilling by a auger. Auger एक equipment होता है जो rotational छेद करने में, मतलब एक टनल, छोटा टनल बनाने में सक्सेसफुल होता है, उसको अपनाया गया है. That's been brought from outside. बाकी अलग अलग दिशाओं से अलग अलग एजेंसीज की एक्सपर्टीज देखते हुए उनको लाया गया. वहां पर उनका इक्विपमेंट जो है इंडियन एयरफोर्स के जरिए, इंडियन रेलवेज के जरिए यहां पर भेजा गया है. इट्स अ बिग चैलेंज ऑन द रोड्स टू टेक दिस वेरी वेरी बल्की इक्विपमेंट.
So that was the briefing today, in fact, but for at least some relief for the families of those who have been trapped for the first time after 10 days. First visuals of the men, those who are inside this tunnel. 41 men, remember, are at this moment trapped inside this tunnel. Today, successfully, there was a video, in fact, a video camera, which was a CCTV, which was sent in, and it has managed to get some pictures as far as these men are concerned, assuring that they are safe. Take a look.
ठीक है कैमरा ऊपर.
सारे लोग ठीक है तो कैमरे में अपने आप को दिखाएं, हाथ खड़ा करें, अच्छे से मुस्कुराएं. हम तुम्हारे पास जल्दी पहुंचेंगे, घबराए नहीं.
एक आदमी आए कैमरे के पास.
एक आदमी कैमरे के पास आते रहे ताकि आपके परिजनों को हम दिखाएंगे.
कैमरा पाइप से बाहर निकाल के वैसे दिखा दो.
हाँ हो रहा
है. कैमरे को पाइप से धीरे धीरे बाहर निकाले और सभी को दिखाएं.
सब आ गया. हम लोग तो देखेंगे सर. आगे 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 कीजिए आपके केजी केबल को. हाँ
सभी को बोले एक एक करके आए.
सबको दिखा दे, कैमरा उठा के
सभी को कैमरा उठाने के बाद दिखा दे. सभी को जितने भाजपा होंगे सभी को दिखाएं.
कुछ बोलना चाह रहा है. बोले सबको आने के लिए बोलिए. अरे यार तुम चुप रहो ना, बोल रहे हो वहां से.
आप बोलिए क्या कहते चाहते हो. आप दिखाई दे रहे हो, बिल्कुल क्लियर दिखाई देते हो.
किसका किसका फेसेस देख रखा है, थोड़ा नोट कर लेना. ओके सर. रेडियो सेट किसके पास है? वॉकी टॉकी किसके पास है? वॉकी टॉकी दो. पूछ लेना, पूछ लो वॉकी टॉकी मिला है क्या? हाँ वो जो रस्सी कैमरे को नीचे ले जाओ, कैमरे को नीचे ले जाओ, वहाँ पे सब लोग दिखाई जाओ। कैमरे नीचे लेके जाने के लिए बोलिए। स्पीकर से बोलो, कैमरा नीचे ले जाइए।
कैमरा धीरे धीरे नीचे की तरफ ले जाए।
हाँ कोई बात नहीं ले जाओ।
Let me now bring in my colleague Mohammad Ghazali, who is joining us with more details from the very spot where all these rescue operations, in fact, are taking place. Ghazali, it's been 10 days, at least the relief that first visuals of these men, safe and sound, have been relayed to their families. But, we heard that press conference today. There is no timeline that can be given at this moment about when these people will be, in fact, secured and will be out in safety.
We have a certain timeline. As of now, Mr. Mahmood Ahmad, the MD of NHIDCL, has just said while briefing the media that we will be able to give some good or positive response or news within 30 to 40 hours. And what he has also briefed about is that earlier they had put 900 mm of pipe which was being drilled towards the laborers, and now another pipe of 800 mm inside the same pipe has been drilled towards the laborers. So the latest update is that if you can see behind me, pipes are the welding is going on between two or three different pipes, which is going to be drilled towards the stuck laborers, the laborers who are stuck there. It all depends upon the speed of auger machine. That is exactly why nobody is able to give the exact time when this operation will get over. Because the speed of the auger machine is also, which is one of the limitations of this operation. It cannot act very swiftly because it has got blades and it has to clear all the rubble. But what we are being told that maybe it will start operating in full swing from tomorrow morning, because it can't operate continuously for hours because it's a machine and its wheels may get damaged. Because how the auger machine works, that a pipe is fitted with the machine keeps clearing the rubble, the pipe gets moving ahead towards the side where the laborers are stuck. So that is one challenge. All other plans of drilling vertically, horizontally, from outside the tunnel, from inside the tunnel, from other side of the tunnel is there in the pipeline, but everything is dependent on this side of the tunnel, from where the food is being supplied, from where the communication has been established with the laborers, and from where now that bigger pipe is being drilled towards the laborers who are stuck there.
Right, Ghazali, you also spoke to a few of the family members. In fact, one very disheartening story of a man who has come, who lost his son in a similar disaster. For the family members, as I said, at least these visuals would have brought some relief.
Oh yes, certainly. And the person we are speaking, you're referring to, his name is Chaudhary. He was from Lakhimpur Kheri district. He has weak eyesight. So despite those visuals coming on to everybody's mobile phone, he has not been able to see or identify his son. So he had to call up his family back home that watch the TV and see whether our son is visible there or not. But certainly a big relief to many families, because this incident happened on 12th of November. And most of these people got to know about the incident on 14th or 15th of November, because most of them are from UP, Bengal, and the list has also come out that how many laborers are from which state, or state-wise data has also come. So many families, they are now relieved. They are also getting an assurance from today's breakthrough that perhaps something is working on. Because in the last 2-3 days, no action was happening here. But today, machines have come in. Today, the communication was established. The video footage came out. And that has given some relief to these kin or the relatives of those stuck inside the tunnel.
Ghazali, thank you for joining us. Ghazali, in fact, at this location, continuously giving us updates of what is happening as far as this rescue operation is concerned. The entire country waiting, praying with bated breath for these 41 men. But what are the dynamics, and why is it such a difficult operation? What will be the precautions that need to be undertaken in an operation like this? I'm being joined by Brigadier Dr. Vinod Datta, He's a former senior consultant, National Institute of Disaster Management, Ministry of Home Affairs. Sir, thank you for joining us. I want to start by asking you, why is it so difficult to have some sort of a timeline going? Because initially it was, it will take a couple of days, then it has now dragged on for 10 days. And even in the press conference today, it was said that, no timeline can be given. Why is it so difficult to, in fact, zero down on some sort of a stage where some guarantees, in fact, can be given?
Good evening. The tunnel collapse is, such an operation where reaching the, ground zero becomes very, very difficult. More so when the life of these workers is involved, because they don't want to carry out any kind of operation, whether it is drilling or blasting or clearing the debris or the slush which may be there. Which may result in harming the survival of these workers. So the operations have to be surely and certainly. And they have tried various techniques by drilling the various parallel tunnels so that the people can be reached. Since the surface and the area around is also very, very fragile, so any kind of hasty operations may result in losing some of these workers. So our first aim is that we must get all the people out alive, and we must also provide them the basic necessities of food, and because since they are in dark for so long, the vitamins and all have to be provided. So that has been provided. Today the saving grace is that they have been in communication with people. They have, because of this laparoscopic camera, the family members have been able to see. So that's a great relief and achievement for the rescue teams which are there. Okay. So I'm sure, we may take some more time. And since people are already, quite safe, the time is not of much importance. Right. Safety of these workers is important.
Absolutely, because you don't want to trigger any other collapse which could result in further complications as far as this rescue operation is concerned. But Brigadier Datta, I want to understand from you, there are multi-prong approach and many plans which are being worked simultaneously. One is the vertical drilling, and then the other one, which possibly is the most promising one, is this auger machine which is working, which was in fact the first plan of action to try and get these people out. If you can explain to our viewers the pros and cons of both. I mean, if the vertical drilling, which many are saying that if that works, it will possibly the safest and the quickest way to reach them, but the hopes are on the auger machine.
Yeah. You see, that is the the safest and the surest way of getting these people out. Now they have also sent some devices by which the location of these people can also be located, and those AVD sensors have also been sent. But since the soil around is fragile, you cannot guarantee that the moment you are going in for vertical drilling, how the soil will behave, how the rocks which are there, they will behave. So the operation has to be very, very deliberate and slow. And like what they are doing, they are putting 900 millimeter pipe, and then they are putting another conduit which is of 800 millimeter, so basically so that it strengthens and people can be rescued. So both it is a 360-degree operations. All out efforts are being made. Whichever way they get success, that will be exploited.
Can I understand from you very quickly, because yesterday we were talking to some experts, those who said that there are certain limitations as far as the auger machine is also concerned. I mean, it can remove the debris, it can go through the rock and the mud and the other natural debris, but since there are some steel rivets and joints which are put to secure the tunnel under construction, if that comes in, that can also damage the auger machine. Is that why it is taking precaution and going slowly?
Yeah, because you see, whenever you're making these tunnels and all, there's a lot of steel which is pumped into the the soil around, so that it can take on the load and the pressure of the soil. So those steel frames, they are going to cause a big problem, because either they will have to put some cutters and whatever they can whatever length or distance they can reach, that is going to decide whether the cutters have to be used, because otherwise if the blades and the augers, of course in such operations the blades and the various other applique units which are attached to these auger machines have been catered in plenty, but still you can't say how the subsurface is going to behave and what all obstacles or impediments will be there.
In the end, sir, I want to understand from you, although it's, it is still time when the post-mortem, the dissection of what went wrong will be taken. But prima facie, do you believe that more should have been or could have been done to deal with any disaster of this nature, possibly an escape tunnel that people keep talking about? And is it also a fit case to go back and see as far as the safety mechanism in such operations are concerned?
Yeah, I agree with you. You see, the regulatory authorities, what happens is they are always reactive. They are never proactive. We never, take these precautionary measures or never go through those checklists which are there, that whether the safe mechanism or the other safety measures have been followed. It is only once any accident takes place or any tragedy takes place, then we are reactive. Then we, start reinventing the wheel. So what authorities should do is that it is not a, first, I had, supervised an operation in Himachal, but there the district magistrate, she was so, proactive, and it was in the evening when she gave me a call when I was looking after disaster management in the, headquarter integrated defense staff. But she was so proactive. She was so, hopeful. She told me, that, sir, please send army. The very fact that the army comes, half of the people are going to be assured that, the people are going to come out. So these kind of measures like IFS pressed into, railways have been pressed into, the senior army officers are also, overlooking these operations. Right. Engineers have been pressed into. So it's a matter of, trust and, the faith people have in our, of course, it is being monitored by the Honorable Prime Minister at the apex level. So all out efforts are there, but yes, the authorities have to be, proactive rather than reactive.
That's true, and of course, as I said, there will be time for post-mortem for people to be held responsible for any kind of lapses which has caused this kind of distress to these 41 people and to their families. But at this moment, thank you so much, Brigadier Datta, for joining us.